Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Paul Verhoeven's Benedetta. And boy have I been chomping at the bit to talk about this one because boy was this an experience. And Paul Verhoeven, the man who brought us RoboCop, Total Recall, Starship Troopers, Showgirls, Elle, and now Benedetta. A film where Christians are protesting, calling it blasphemous. And this is a true story, mind you, based off of this nun, Benedetta, played by Virginie, Efira. And she has these disturbing and sexual visions of, like, she's getting attacked by snakes and, like, Jesus shows up slashing them with swords, Jesus being crucified, and her believing that, like, she's getting these stigmatas and Jesus is speaking through her in these really creepy moments, how they're portrayed in the film. And this woman channels these energies into developing this relationship with Bartolomea, played by Daphne Patakia. And boy, is there a spark between these two. So let's get this right off the bat. This is a very erotic film. There's a lot of, like, there's a chunk here where there's a lot of lesbian sex here. And it's pretty graphic. And it was very interesting sitting in a theater with my fiance watching this film with nothing but men. There was not a single other woman except for Jess sitting in the theater watching this, including like 5 like college-age dudes who are all these friends just sitting together. You're just sitting there watching these really graphic, like softcore porn level scenes of like lesbian sex, and you're just like, alrighty. And, well, here's the thing. Verhoeven brings a spark in how they're directed. Efira and Patakia just kill it. They have this magnetism with each other, this spark, this chemistry with each other. And that's a big anchor of this film, and it works. The two of them together are sparking off the charts. You feel the natural nature of their love affair, and you feel it, and you need to, because that's an important part of this film. And all of those crazy visions that you have are artistic and engrossing and bold and ambitious, and Verhoeven does such an amazing job directing this film. He directs the hell out of this. He's channeling some serious, like, Black Narcissus kind of visuals as well. The cinematography from Virginie Laprairie, and let's be real here, Shane's going to botch a whole bunch of French people's names in this review. But the cinematography is just gorgeous. It's striking. The production design is just exquisite. CGI, not great. But here's the thing. I don't think this movie had that big of a budget. There's some flames because, you know, you got to burn some lesbians apparently in this film because, you know, that's what you do in plague times, which, yes, the bubonic plague and all kinds of disgusting, like, health issues pop up in this film, and, like, the makeup and everything for it's, like, pitch perfect. Technically, this is so sound, and then there's something special about Anne Dudley's score, which is just super, like, Catholic about it. Like, these, like all these chants and this music, and it just, you're thinking like you're sitting there at Roman Catholic Mass again. Triggered. And you just have all this energy about it. And it's just pitch perfect in the way that this all comes together. And here's the thing. A lot of people are protesting this for being blasphemous and everything. Based on a true story, mind you. 2, this is such a big thing when it comes to, this is a challenge of faith and sexuality, and these themes are explored in such an artistic and bold kind of way in this film that they're extremely impactful. I think this is a really relevant and intense and engrossing look at faith. Because Benedetta in this film becomes this idol to this town. And she convinces this town, whether she's seeing these things or not, that, and do we ever really know? I don't know. But you see this. You see the effect that she has on this town and this undying just faith in this woman who, quote unquote, speaks for Jesus. There's moments that are brutal to watch here. There's torture scenes. There's people getting beaten and stabbed to death. This is definitely somebody committing suicide, throwing themselves off of a large building, and you know this is a Paul Verhoeven film. Because sex, violence, but also incredible humor. The dialogue in this script is fantastic. Like, I was extremely impressed by the script from David Burke and Paul Verhoeven, and it just, like, pops, the interactions here, and the acting. Virginie, Efira, who plays Benedetta, is just fantastic. She gives one of the best leading female performances I've seen all year. Charlotte Rampling gives an amazing supporting performance, and so does Daphne, Patakia, and God, Lambert Wilson, who plays he's the Frenchman from The Matrix. That bastard. And he pops up in this as this religious leader, and he just hate him. And he does such a fantastic job, and just this film is deep, it's meaningful, it's provocative, it's in your face. It balances that crazy tightrope of being an artistic and deep philosophical film, but being in your face sex and violence as well. And really only how Paul Verhoeven can make that work. This is a special film. I loved Benedetta, and I really hope, this definitely isn't for everybody. If you get very easily offended as a Christian, there you go. But the thing is, if you're open to it and willing to give this a shot, this is a deep and thought-provoking film that'll really make you think and want to discuss this ad nauseum with anybody who will listen, because that's kind of the point where I'm at right now. So all of you are listening, so thank you. But those are my thoughts on Benedetta. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.